I'm Officer Lana Laker. Welcome to this edition of The Last 24 for Wednesday, January 20th. We're getting more rain in the valley this week than we've seen in a year, and driving in the rain can be treacherous, especially in the middle of a downpour when visibility is bad and the streets and highways are slick or even flooded. These conditions often result in serious injury or even death and should not be taken lightly. Here are some safety tips for driving safely and defensively in the rain. Slow down. Remember, it takes longer to stop when the streets are wet, especially if your tires are in poor condition. Adhere to the 3-second rule and more. Keep enough distance between you and the car in front of you so in the event of a slide, skid, or motorist behind you hits you, you can prevent hitting the vehicle in front of you. Also, refrain from following large trucks, semis, or buses too closely, since the splash created by larger tires will obstruct your ability to see. Turn on your headlights so other motorists see you and to assist you in better visibility. Stay alert and keep both hands on the wheel. This is not a good time to be chatting on the cell phone. Watch for brake lights in front of you and remember to avoid riding the brake yourself. In rainy weather, it's also difficult to see pedestrians, so be prepared for sudden stops. Never drive in moving water. Your car could be swept off the road. Same goes for puddles and standing water. If you cannot see the street or ground through the water on the road, don't even risk it, especially at night. If the water is higher than the bottom of the vehicle doors or the bottom third of the vehicle wheels, find a different and much safer street or road. Remember, in Arizona, a driver who drives into a street, highway, or area that is covered in water is liable for the expenses of any emergency response that is required to rescue them. If you cannot see the edge of the road, pull over into a parking lot or out onto the shoulder as far as possible to wait out the storm. Use your hazard lights if you're pulled over on the shoulder so that other motorists can see your vehicle. Severe lightning can be hazardous, and high winds and heavy rain can create extremely dangerous driving conditions. Slow down on approaching turns or curves in the road to prevent the risk of hydroplaning. Hydroplaning is when water comes between the tires of the vehicle and the surface of the road, causing a loss of traction. Steer and brake with a light touch. When you need to stop or slow, do not brake hard or lock the wheels and risk a skid. Maintain mild pressure on the brake pedal. If you do find yourself in a skid, remain calm, ease your foot off the gas, and carefully steer in the direction you want the front of the car to go. For cars without anti-lock brakes, avoid using your brakes and steer in the direction you want the front of the car to go. If you have anti-lock brakes, brake firmly as you steer into the skid. Avoid hydroplaning by keeping your tires inflated correctly and try to drive in the tire tracks left by the cars in front of you. Don't put off replacing worn tires and windshield wipers. You never know when you're going to get caught up in a heavy thunderstorm, rapid downpour, or other forms of severe weather. I'm Officer Lana Laker. Thank you for watching. Drive safe and make sure to tune in for more in 24.